everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Silver here, and welcome back to another video about my Greek god reincarnation universe, Restoration. So in the last video, I designed the reincarnations of Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. I also renamed one of my characters for reasons, because I wanted to. So Minerva is no longer Minerva, her name is now Sage. And another big thing is that I gave my characters last names, which I will discuss more of later. So yeah, anyways, in this video I will be designing the reincarnations of Artemis and Apollo. I'm excited to get into their characters. So without further ado, let's hop right into this. So, before I talk about Diana, I want to address two major things. One, I changed the ages of Aster's siblings. So, Dylan is now 19 years old, and Cyprus is now 21. Another thing is that I gave all of my characters last names, finally. So for the big three, Aster, Dylan, and Cyprus, their last name is Stavros. Sage's last name is Garcia Cruz, Juno's last name is Azad, and Rosalie's last name is Williams, and Diana and Elio's last name is Zervas. So speaking of the twins, Diana is the reincarnation of Artemis, and she is the oldest out of the two siblings. Obviously, though, she did not help her mom give birth to Elio. I think I'm so funny. Anyways, so there were two big things I wanted to do for the twins. One is I wanted to make them actually look like twins. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love their designs and other things such as the game Hades, although there is one big thing I've noticed, is that they don't exactly look like twins. As a fraternal twin myself, fraternal twins usually have features that make them look similar, but not exactly the same, you know? So I wanted the two of them to look like they could be twins, with certain features that would set them apart. And two, I wanted the two of them to have vitiligo. I also wanted to reflect a little bit how the body is affected by vitiligo. So yeah. Diana has a white streak in her hair, and Elio, her brother, has a more grayish brown color for hair. This is because the vitiligo, from what I've researched, affects the color of your hair. So Diana's face is a little more based on a deer, which was inspired by this YouTuber I saw who did it on a redesign of a character. I will link their YouTube channel in the description. So I gave Diana dark hair and hazel green eyes. I achieved the hazel look by mixing green and brown together. I also put her hair in a braid because whenever I think of Artemis, I get major braid vibes. So her cape on the full body is inspired by her design in the game Hades. I absolutely love that game, it's so much fun. For her weapon of choice, obviously I chose the bow and arrow. I gave her a silver bow and golden arrows because that seems to be how they are often described in mythology and all of that. And I gave her a crown that has a moon on it and a deer antler design on it. I wanted the moon design to tie her to Selene, who's the personification of the moon, since Artemis is often associated with the moon in modern day. Well, anyways, in the full body, her eyes glow green. I made everyone's eyes glow in the full body to show the godly side of them and all of that. And then, in the half body, she's wearing a green flannel with a black tank top underneath. She definitely gives that vibe of, like, if she's in a situation where it's getting, like, it's, like, a very, like, stressful situation, she would take off her flannel and put it around her waist and all of that. Well, other than that, I do not have much to say. I love how she turned out. She is one of my favorites. So I'll let the rest of the speed paint run through. Next up is the reincarnation of Apollo, Elio. So Elio is the youngest twin sibling, obviously, and yeah. So he can get pretty defensive with his sister, you know, even though he's the younger brother, he feels like he has to protect her and all of that, which sometimes annoys Diana because she definitely feels like she can fend for herself just fine. But anyways, so like Diana with her silver bow and golden arrows, Elio has a golden bow and silver arrows. So, and he also has a lyre, which he uses more in combat. This is because Elio's vision is not the greatest due to his vitiligo, so it's easier for him to use music in combat instead of the bow and arrow. So anyways, Elio's hair is a little more of a grayish brown and his eyes are a mixture of brown and yellow, which sets him apart from his sister. His vitiligo on his face, I tried to make it look more like a wolf, but I don't think it was that successful. But hopefully it looks different from Diana's vitiligo. And while Diana's colors are greens and browns and silvers, Elio's colors are yellows, oranges, and golds. Elio's full body is definitely more colorful and bright than some of the other ones I've done, which makes sense because he's Apollo. So yeah. Anyways, for his half body, I wanted his outfit to be based more on, well, not as much, but a little bit on light academia. So he's wearing a button down with a sweater vest over it. I think he looks adorable in it. Light academia also kind of gives me a little bit of like orchestra kid vibes for some reason, which Elio would be a major orchestra kid and a major chorus kid, obviously. So I could see him in orchestra playing like a cello or a harp for the school and all of that, and he would definitely help with like sound design and anything like music based in the theater department, which means that he could hang out with Orin, who is the reincarnation of Dionysus. Anyways, for his full body, his eyes glow a bright yellow, which sets him apart from Aster, whose eyes kind of glow more of like a pale yellow, almost like a white color and all of that. And he is also wearing a laurel crown as well. And of course, I tried not to go too heavy on the sun symbolism for Elio, but I still used some of it so that it could tie him back to Helios, who is the personification of the sun. So other than that, I am quite satisfied with how he turned out. I think he looks really good, and I think he and Diana next to each other look like twins. So I had a lot of fun designing these two. So I think that is pretty much all I wanted to say. In the next part, I will be designing the reincarnations of Hermes, Dionysus, and Ares. So stay tuned for that video. Bye!